Hello, hello. Shudra yadra kaya kadra yadra shudra kaya shi. Shudra yadra shu 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 shu. Taking another deep breath in. Welcome to Wake Up with Light Language. Welcome, 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 beautiful soul. I know that I was supposed to be live at 8 a.m., but there's a hiccup in the schedule today. So someone's waking up with light language at 11 a.m. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Take another deep breath in. Let it go. Hello, love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're going to talk all about the nervous system today. Hello, beautiful soul. Come on in. We're going to talk all about the nervous system today and how light language can really help your nervous system activate, expand, heal, evolve, as well as a nice little activation to send you off on your day to feel good within your nervous system. So take a beautiful deep breath in here and let it go. I'm just going to invite your parasympathetic nervous system to activate and accelerate at a higher divine capacity. Inviting your systematic, sympathetic nervous system to relax. Beautiful. Hello, love. So just take a moment to turn in with your nervous system right here, right now. And just ask your nervous system from 1 to 10, maybe there's a certain manifestation that you're calling for. From 1 to 10, how much are you supporting me with this beautiful manifestation? So, for example, let's go on a collective level, on a nervous system level, from 1 to 10, how much are you supporting as just overall collective, the collective in their spiritual growth? And it feels like a 1 to 2. It feels like the collective is out of sorts with their nervous system. And this is only normal because it's important to know, even if you are very regulated in your nervous system, when you have these really big upgrades coming to you month after month, week after week, your nervous system is getting hit. Your nervous system is getting hit, and it's so important to regulate it every single day. Especially when you're first starting to work with your nervous system every single day. And then after that, it becomes more maintenance. Your nervous system starts to naturally integrate and activate within your parasympathetic nervous system, which is more of like your relaxed, peaceful state of mind, your more chill things, right? So just take a deep breath in. And for you personally, once again, I would love you to just kind of tap into here or watching the replay, tap into, you know, how is my nervous system really supporting my current manifestation, my current manifestations? So maybe you're manifesting more clients, more love, more abundance, more wealth. Maybe you're manifesting a new home, right? How much is my nervous system supporting me right here, right now? Just kind of tune in and allow the numbers to come in. And then we're going to do some work on your nervous system. Hello, love. Welcome, 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 beautiful souls. Welcome to Wake Up with Light Language. Take a deep breath in. So before we begin an activation on your nervous system, I just invite you to get cozy with your nervous system. So you can say, hello, nervous system. I love you. You're amazing. Thank you for supporting me. Right? Then we're going to do the same thing to the ego, because the ego is legendary at triggering the nervous system. So, hello, ego. I love you. I invite you to support me, ego, at the highest capacity today and always. And just feel that shift in your body. So, this is the thing. For me, my ego supports me. But if you naturally run around with an ego that's not very supportive, you're going to feel a real dynamic shift. In the beginning, when I first started working with my ego, And I would send my ego love and this and this. Like my ego would just light up, right? Um, Now my ego is kind of like chill, supportive. Sometimes I'll call an ego upgrade. So if you feel like you need an ego upgrade, just simply say out loud, I invite an ego upgrade across all time and space. I feel like I need an ego upgrade right now because I'm going through big upgrades just like everyone else is. And, your ego is only, how can I say this? Your ego only allows so much. So say if you're right here and then your upgrades here and your ego has to move here, your ego might stay here, your upgrade might stay here, and then there's a stagnant energy between you and your next level. So by you asking for an ego upgrade, you can bring your ego in this co-creation with your new upgrade, which is really going to help you. A lot of people stay here, and this is why a lot of people feel stagnant and stuck and don't really move forward because they're their ego is keeping them comfortable. And you'll do things to sabotage yourself from getting here and just staying here when your ego is out of balance, when your nervous system is out of balance, when your conscious mind, subconscious mind is out of balance. And this is why I always say it's so good to get to know yourself. It's so good to get to know you. Oh my God, my love. I have been thinking of you, sweet thing. I want to say, even within the last 2 weeks, I thought of you and I was like, I remembered our beautiful call that we did together. And I was like, that call was legendary. That was one of my favorite interviews that I did. So seeing you pop in today, I'm like, yes, I miss you. I love you. So welcome, my love. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yes, we're just talking all about the nervous system and helping your state come into a really balanced state for your upgrades as well. So now we're going to do a nice little activation on your nervous system. So right here, right now, obviously, as you come in, you are more than welcome to not receive anything. But if you would like this beautiful, we're going to do an ego upgrade, a nervous system balancing, and kind of like a little mini chakra clearing. You can just simply say out loud, yes, please, even if you're here live or watching the replay. So for those of you that are yes, please, let's go into this activation. I'm going to invite you to place one hand over your heart. The other hand, you're going to place on the back of your tailbone, your lower spine. Just place on the back of your tailbone, right, your lower back. Just take 3 deep breaths in. Hold number 1. Release. Beautiful. Let's take that second breath in. Hold at the top. Release. Good. Let's take that next breath in. Hold the top just for a little bit longer. Calling forward your ego for ego upgrade and releasing that breath. Beautiful. Beautiful. Take another deep breath in. Beautiful. Now I invite you to just let that breath grow and then come back to whatever you're manifesting, whatever it is. Bring one thing that you're manifesting to the forefront. And we're just going to kind of go over an overall check in so that you can understand how to do a check in. I think this is really important. And I don't feel like, we're all healers, no matter if you're trained or not. We're all healers. We all can heal ourselves in beautiful ways. But I'm going to give you some tools and tricks that I use for myself and my clients um, to just do an overall check in so you know what page you're on when you're manifesting something. So, for example, we'll do money. You're manifesting, let's say you're manifesting $5,000 this week, and you're going to start from the top. So you're just going to check in with each of your chakras. So you can just use your like thumbs up. Crown chakra, are you fully on board with manifesting $5,000? Yes. Third eye, yes. Throat chakra, yes. Heart chakra, yes. Solar plex, and for the collective, it's like a so if you get kind of like yes or no, if you're in this like tinkering back and forth sensation, Just tune in first. Sacral chakra, yes or no? Solar plex, thank you. It's calling me back to the solar plex as a collective. So I'm going to go back to the solar plex, but before I'm going to check the root chakra. Root chakra, are you fully on board with manifesting $5,000? Yes, beautiful. So if you get yeses from all of your chakras, then that means your energetic space to receive is good. If you get a no from one of your chakras, then you can just simply go back to that chakra and ask, what is in between me and the $5,000? What is in between me and the new home? What is in between me and the new clients of that sort? And it's 11:11 on my end. Hello, angels. So that's number one, doing a little chakra check-in. And my team is inviting me to do a healing on the solar plex for the collective. So I'm going to do that. Our solar plexus is our power center and it's also our manifestation hub. A lot of people's solar plexus are really, dampened or dense because a part of their ego, part of their inner child, their conscious mind doesn't feel safe to be fully activated in your power. So if you have been struggling with keeping your goals, moving to the next level, or you feel like you can see the goal, but there's something inside of you that's like, I can't have it, then that's such a clear declaration that your solar plex 100% is holding something that's not supporting you. So we did the chakra check-in. Now we'll do the nervous system check-in. So same thing, nervous system. Are you fully available for me to manifest $5,000 today? Yes, perfect. If your nervous system was not available, then you could do the same thing. Nervous system, what is in between me and the $5,000? Boom, and you clear it. So we're just gonna do that. The chakras and the nervous system, since we're focusing more on the nervous system. But beyond that, you can check into your auric field, you can check into your grids, you can check into your receiving ability. Because a lot of times, and I had this beautiful question come up yesterday in my session, because I was mentioning to the beautiful soul, she was saying that, with her programs, she feels like she doesn't really receive clients. And I was like, okay, well, that's a good thing to check into your grids because your grids might say you're only available to receive 2 clients right now. And boom, you only receive 2 clients. So then I was saying it's working on your receptivity to clients and opening up that spaces in your grid. And then she's like, okay, well, is that just like, expectation, like kind of like the law of assumption? Well, I'm adding the law of assumption, but she's like, is that just kind of expectation? And I'm like, yes, it's the expectation, but it's also the act of working on the ability to receive, hold, and support, right? Because if your current grid, and when I say a grid, literally think of a grid, if your current grid is only supporting $10,000 a month, then that's what you're making or less. If your current grid is supporting $20,000 a month, then that's what you're making or less. If your current grid is supporting $2,000 a month, then that's what you're making or less. So if your current grid is supporting 5 clients a month, then that's what you're receiving or less. If your current grid is supporting 100 clients a month, then that's what you're receiving or less. So knowing what your grid is supporting is freaking phenomenal. So phenomenal. I'm going to take a sip of my tea. How are we feeling, my loves? Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what's coming up for you. And if you have any questions here and or watching the replay, feel free to always ask away. And if you want to learn more about your grids, the sessions that I go over grids in is the quantum healing session, my receptivity sessions. What other session? My light language spinal session, which my light language spinal session is my newest session. And that is a co-creative experience with light language, your energetic spine, as well as your nervous system, your kundalini energy. So it's a big, beautiful combo of expansion with the light language spinal session. Beautiful. Okay, so we're almost complete. We're just going to do one more activation. Feeling super light after the solar plexus. Yes. And this is how quickly energy works. And I am using a combination of light language and quantum healing. Loving this. I love you. So everyone take a deep breath in and let it go. And also, if you're live here, I always do this for the last 5 to 10 minutes. If you have a particular question on your journey that you would like some clarity on, that you would like some guidance on, or you have a question in general, just feel free to ask away. So I'm going to do this beautiful activation. And then if you have a question that pops up for yourself, for personal journey, or if you have a question, because, we're also collective beings, sometimes we'll have a question that is like, do I really want to ask this? But someone out there is desiring that answer. That someone's going to watch this replay, and they're going to receive the answer. So if you ever feel like that when you're on a live with someone, especially like channeling, energetic being wise, um, it's important to know that sometimes the questions are coming for the collective. So always be brave to answer, ask your questions, because you never know. Remember, we're creating a beautiful ripple. You never know what you asking your simple question, who it will transform for in that space. How can I deal with constant fear of losing the things I have, my job, my place? Well, one, I want to say I love you. Let's start with that. And take a deep breath into that. And this one's going to be kind of a long-ended galactic starseed answer. So take a moment to take a deep breath in. I love you. Okay. So with this, you know, every single human on this earth has had some type of loss, whether it be money, people in our lives, places. So the biggest word that comes up is redirection. 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 You know, if you look at, and this is for you and everyone that is maybe in this situation, if you look at, or actually, let me tell you a story. I've been fired once in my life. Never been fired before, except for once. So, and the thing is, I didn't want the job. I didn't want the job at all. I didn't want it, but it was kind of like, oh, I need to make money. I guess I'll take it. I didn't want it. It wasn't my vibe. And I got fired. So the universe redirected me lovingly. And I knew the job wasn't for me. I knew that my skill set was not going to cut it there. And it just is what it is. So with that, the universe lovingly redirected me because I mean, I could have stayed in that job. I could have figured it out. I could have learned, and I could have created a very lucrative job in like graphic design and photography. I went to university as a graphic designer, photographer, and I did start a mini business taking portraits and things of that sort. And there was a while where I felt really guilty that I didn't go further with my photography and graphic design. I kind of felt like I gave up on myself. And there's a part of me that just really felt like in shame about it. But in all reality, it was a redirection. Hello, loves. It was a redirection for me to, I wanted a creative experience in university. I didn't want a stuffy experience in university. So I got my creative experience in university and I had fun and I have a great eye and I love photography and it's very creative, right? All of those times where I didn't fully go through, it was a redirection. So same thing, right? When the universe ended my relationship with my twin flame that I thought was my everything, my partner, my baby daddy, all the things, right? The universe was like, fuck no, no, no. So it was a redirection. In the beginning when I was going through it, I didn't see it as a redirection. I was just like, oh, this sucks, right? But now I see it as like a big, beautiful redirection because in that relationship towards the end, I was not happy. I was just like, I was not happy. But I don't think I had the strength to redirect myself. So the universe redirected me, right? I could think of it as a loss, but no, I think of it as a growth. So once again, how can I deal with the constant fear of losing the things I have, my job, my place? When it comes to, your physical environment that you're living in, it's also coming to an identity. What are you available for? What are you available for? How much money are you available for? It really starts to anchor into that identity. And once again, for those of you that popped in, if you have a question, your own personal journey, feel free to ask away. But the question I'm asking right now is, how can I deal with constant fear of losing the things I have, my job, my place? I went through that as well multiple times. And the last time I went through that, what my lesson there was learning how to be supported, because I thought I had to support myself. I thought I had to do everything myself. I didn't want to ask anyone else for support. Like, it just wasn't a thing growing up. But I crumbled to my knees. I crumbled to my knees. And it really taught me that I'm not alone in this journey and that there is so much support. There's physical people that are here openly supporting me. There, obviously we have the thorough beings of light that are here to support us as well. So it's starting to really hone in on, one, for you, my love, personally, identity. Who are you acting as though? Are you acting as though as you expect things to be taken away from you? For me, another example was growing up, my dad left when I was like 4 or 5. So I kind of assumed and expect that any man in my life was going to leave. So even with my last partner, I was like, oh, is he going to leave? Is he going to walk away? Right. Because I hadn't healed that part of me. After, going through things of that sort, I realized that it was a pattern. I was like, oh, okay, so I get to heal that part of me. I get to not sit here and assume everything that I get is just going to fall away, right? Or when things get too good, this is another thing. When things get too good, it's not going to stay that way, right? Or when I was growing up, it was like bad things comes in threes or good things comes in threes, right? I'm not sitting here waiting for two other bad things to come, right? So right now, it's asking you to form a new identity. And it's not a new identity, it's asking you to remember. Remember who you are. Remember your infinite truth. Remember that you're a limitless soul on this earth with access to multiple resources. Even though right now your physical does not assume it, tomorrow could be 100% different with these identity shifts, right? We are all on a path of remembrance. We are all on a path of coming back to our limitless self. We are all on a path of honing in so juicy into the resources that the universe has to offer us on this beautiful, profound, soul led journey. So, right now, with the constant loss, I invite you to tune into, well, am I actually wanting something different? Because that's when the universe comes in and clears shit out, right? It's like, I don't really like the place I live. I don't like my job. I don't like this. The universe is like, all right, I'll help you. So this is another thing that you could ask. Hey, universe, easy and effortlessly. Please make it easy, easy, effortless, graceful, please, and thank you. Not just like a whirlwind. This is another thing, right? Giving the universe how you kind of want the universe to show up when you're releasing the old to come into the new. It's like, hey, universe, you know what? I'm really ready for a new, upgraded place, but I'm going to stay here while I'm manifesting the new one. Okay. Or give me a beautiful space that I can go to with friends, family, where I'm manifesting my new home. Universe, if you're going to take this job away from me, then bring me the job that I desire immediately. Right. It's starting to ask and really being open to receive. And another thing is like, universe, I feel like there's so many things in my life going away. What is this? Ask the universe, oh, there's a new chapter coming. There's new timelines coming. There's so much more for you. We want you to have so much more, but we need you to realize it. So a lot of times when we go through the human loss, we open up space to receive more. So right now, instead of going, oh, I'm losing everything, and this is just a suggestion, um, a very gentle suggestion. It's going, oh my God, I'm so excited, universe, for what you're feeling in this place. I'm open to receive it. I'm worthy and deserving of it. I cannot wait to meet my new job. I cannot wait to meet my new place. I can't wait to meet the new level of income in my bank account. And once again, I know that right now, when you're in the reality of it, it feels hard. You're like, how can I wake up when I'm just like shitting myself, right, Melissa? We've all been through it. And the thing is, when you wake up going through this in a state of stress and worry and doubt, it's not helping the situation because we are vibrational beings. So you might as well play into the, I am so excited for the next level of my life coming forward. I'm so excited to receive. I'm so excited to have. I'm so excited to birth. Really play into that and take care of yourself. When anyone's going through the human loss, this is a beautiful space for self care. Meditate, breath work, walk outside, journal, spend time with family, friends, really do things that nourish you through this space, right? Um, I have a love for coffee shops so much because some of the hardest moments in my life, the only thing that would make me happy was going to a coffee shop. And that's where I really found my love for coffee shops. And also movie theaters. I was never a really big movie theater girl, but some of the hardest moments of my life, I ended up buying like a $20 a month membership to the movie theater, and I would go all the time. And I will tell you, those 2 hours of peace were life changing for me. It was the best $20 I ever spent a month because it gave me space to laugh. There are moments in my life where I didn't even know how to laugh. I didn't know how to have fun. I didn't know joy, right? I knew pain. I knew loss. I knew frustration. I knew worry. I knew stress. So taking myself out into environments that really felt good to me really helped me move through that certain moment in my life and time. And it was a game changer for me. So, you know, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a partner, maybe it's a family member, maybe it's somewhere that you can just express yourself and it's okay. It could be like, oh my God, I just lost my job. I'm really worried. And then after you take a moment to worry, you're like, but I'm actually really excited to see what gets to come in because I'm worthy and deserving of more. And that's what the universe is always trying to show us, that we're worthy and deserving of more. And if my friend watches this, I love you. I'm just going to give her a little example. I'm not going to say who it is. So, but this beautiful soul, she's dating this guy. And yesterday she messaged me and she was like, how do you know if it's your soulmate? And I'm like, you kind of just have like a feeling. Obviously I'm a channel, so I'm like, I'll just channel and be like, you're you my soulmate. But I was like, you kind of just have a feeling and a knowing. And she's like, well, the first date that we went on, um he wanted to pay 50-50, and I literally sent the barf face. I was like, yeah. Like, that's not the type of man that I want, right? And then I told her, well, then I think at that point it comes down to, what do you want to experience? Do you want to experience someone that is, not in that divine masculine role to provide for you? And not saying that, men have to pay for, or your partners have to pay for all the meals, but like, it's nice to be wined and dined, right? So for me, if someone's going to take me out, I'm going to assume that they're going to pay for the date. Or if I'm going to ask them out, I'll fucking pay for the date, right? But like, I like, you know, I like when, for me, in my last relationship, I became the breadwinner. You know, that was a really significant journey with money because it was so deep. It was so like, I felt like I was just stabbed in every part of my money, in my body and my money, because I just felt like an unappreciated piggy bank, right? So for me, the next partner that I come in, I really value, that equal alignment to, and let me say this, I thought this person was my everything. So I was more than excited to pay for our life to shift forward. And I knew that he was going through something at that point, and I knew it was going to get better. But also, there is a way people can show up. There's a way that people can value you. So it comes down to, what do you want to experience at this point? I have so many passions, and figuring out the right path to take is difficult because I feel pulled in so many different directions. Oh, I love this. Yes, if you just popped in and you would like a question to be answered, feel free to drop your question in. But I hope that answered your question. If you have any questions or follow ups to what I said, feel free to just ask me. But those are just some like examples, and a lot of times, like, once again, when we are purging our old identity, because I was purging that old relationship. I was fucking purging it. Because I literally remember in my journal, I would say, there has to be something better than this. I know there's more love out there, but I wasn't physically releasing the relationship. And the universe was like, all right, well, we got you. So just pay attention to what you're manifesting as well, right? So once again, I have so many passions, and figuring out the right path to take is difficult because I feel pulled in so many different directions. So this is something beautiful, and I'm gonna talk to it in like, let me drink some water. I'm gonna talk to it in two ways. One on the personal side, one on the business side. So for me, when it comes to be feeling like I'm being pulled in multiple directions, I sit, take some breath work, do some meditation. What is my season right now? What is my season right now? What is going to support me right now? What is going to be so fun for me right now? What am I ready to birth right now? Right? So on my, my platforms, I tend to talk a lot about money or a lot about light language, or those are the kind of facets that I go before. So right now, when I tuned in for this season of my business, I'm like, what are we, soul, what would you love to do right now? And it's like all about light language, all about, creating events. So that's why I have my light language retreat. I have my light language summit. I have my light language academy. Right. So I'm playing into the season of my soul. So you can start asking your soul, like, soul, what would you love to do right now? Right here, right now. What would you really love to do? Right. Thank you so much. I got goosebumps. And yes, it answered my dilemma. I think it's a matter of feeling undeserving. The job is great. I just struggle with feeling worthy. I love you. Oh, I love you too. Yeah. So if you know that that's something that you struggle with, definitely breathe in, bring in breath work, bring in tapping. And even with the breath work, you can just bring in one little phrase. I am worthy and deserving of this job in every single way. Set its 5-minute timer. Breathe in and out very gently. And just imagine that you're calibrating to that frequency. I am worthy and deserving of this job in every single way. Or with tapping, you can tap right here in your root chakra to really bring the stability. I'm worthy and deserving of this job in every single way. I'm so excited that I have it. And you can just tap anything that comes to you, right? So, for example, I could do it for my business. I am so worthy and deserving of this beautiful business. I'm so excited that I have the most amazing clients. I'm so excited that my business is always providing the highest abundance and wealth and prosperity for myself, my family. And as I become richer, the collective becomes richer and more abundant. Like, whatever comes to your heart, just tap it away, ingrain it away, and even you can already see the shift, right? Like, it's just a little pizzazz, right? So please come back to the tools that to support you, because we don't just have to sit in it. Or something that I love to do is releasing it in my journal. God, I feel like I have the weight of the world on my shoulders. I give it to you. Thank you. You can take it today. You can take it. You can take it. You can take it. You can have it. I don't need it. Feel free to always call on the beautiful divine beings of light that surround you to support you too. You don't have to go through this alone. You are not alone. You are so supportive. You have an army of beautiful divine beings of light that are here to guide you, protect you, help you grow, evolve, and expand. And obviously, anyone that you're close to in your life, they're here too. So I'm glad that that resonated with you, love. Okay, so yes, going back to figuring out the right path. Yeah, I would say you can play into it in what's the season of my soul. And this is an easy way to play onto it. If you want to get really on path, I know obviously I have a lot of people in here that really value being on path, really value um, helping the collective grow, evolve, and expand. Then play into that. If that's your heart, right? So that's my heart. You know, you can take this simple phrase and it's like, universe, God, source, universe, mother is, I'm feeling a little lost. It's being real. I'm feeling a little lost, and I would really like some clarity on what path to take next. I am fully on board to be a really high vessel for myself and the collective, and I truly desire to walk upon my soul path at 100%. I'm so excited to see what my soul is here to offer to myself, my life, the collective, right? If that feels good to you, then start playing into that. Start playing into your soul path deeper and deeper and deeper. The call I had the other day was this beautiful soul, and she just came because she was feeling stuck and blocked. So I helped her release a lot of things, but I did a little bit of a mini soul blueprint as well. And I was like, oh, you're here to speak light language and quantum healing. And she's like, I feel so stuck. I feel so tired. I feel so exhausted. And I'm like, you're going through a really massive upgrade. And the upgrade is your light language and your quantum healing coming on board. Um, and I was like, how do you feel about that? She's like, I don't know. It just feels like I have to learn something else again. And I was like, well, it doesn't mean that you have to do it right now, but it's an option. God, source, universe, and all there is giving you an option because she is very collective driven. She is very creating, a pathway for the collective to rise. And with that said, all I did is invite her. I said, well, the universe is going to offer you a plethora of things to do since you're so soul led. And this is an option. But if you just really want to go full out in this lifetime and really sit with your soul and the universe, then start to surrender. And this was something that I used all the time back in the day. 2020, this was my phrase. God, source, universe, of all there is, lead me, show me, guide me. I fully surrender to my next level, my next chapter. I am open, I am open, I am open. That was like my legendary catchphrase, and I'm sure a lot of people have heard it before because that is what took me to light language. Hello, my love. That is what took me to quantum healing. That is what took me to birthing the new reality that I'm living right now, is because I fully surrendered. And this is the thing. I know the beautiful souls here we have the biggest hearts. I know that. If you didn't have a big heart, you wouldn't be sitting with me. Because I hold a frequency of pure, beautiful love. And honestly, I feel like the only people that can really receive it are the ones that really sit in that energy. No matter if you're like, Melissa, I know you sit in that energy. And you're sitting here to grow, you're sitting here to evolve because you have such a really big heart. So, a lot of times when we sway away from our soul path, we go into these timelines that don't feel good. And the reason why we go on these timelines that don't feel good because they're here to redirect us back to our soul truth, back to our internal essence of magic and faith and trust and fucking creating worlds that are so wild and so juicy. Right. I love that. I love, Gala, that you just tuned in. And literally, I was just saying the people here are the ones with the really biggest hearts in the world. We have such loving hearts. You just want to help everyone, right? Sometimes we even help other people before ourselves. So when we have these big hearts, instead of working against them, open them up. It's something you can use. And let's do a little tapping. Tapping. Oh, we're just going to do it on the karate chop and the heart. So we're going to start in the karate chop. Take a deep breath in. I am opening my heart today. I am so excited to live and love today. I am so excited to receive an overflow today. I open my heart today. And we're going to do a full round, so just follow along with me. I open my heart to my soul truth today. I open my heart to love today. I open my heart to receiving an overflow today. Feel that shift. I open my heart to love today. I open my heart to miracles and blessings today. I open my heart to love today. I invite myself to relax and love today. Right on the side, I open my heart to love today. And in fact, I am worthy and deserving of love today. I am worthy and deserving of the best life today. I am worthy and deserving of the most success today. I open my heart to love today. I ground into love today. I anchor into love today. I open my world to love today. And even though I always don't feel like I deserve love, I'm deciding to change that idea today. I'm deciding to remember how amazing and fabulous I am today. I'm deciding to release all the worries and the stress and the doubt and the fear today. Because today I'm choosing a new identity. Today I am birthing my infinite truth. Today I'm excited to meet a new high vibrational reality of overflow because I am fucking worthy and deserving of it in every single way. I am worthy and deserving of it. And I release the resistance. I release the doubts of having more and living in overflow. And even though I teeter tot between having it all and not having it all, today I'm making a damn high vibrational decision. I'm making a decision to have it all in overflow. I'm making a decision to live in my infinite soul truth. I'm making a decision to receive the blessings of the universe daily because I'm simply worthy and deserving of it. I'm simply worthy and deserving of it. And I open my heart to all of it and more today because I'm simply worthy and deserving of it. And so it is. Take a deep breath in, hand over your heart, infusing it with light language. Let that breath go. Shuya mutaya katamataya kataya 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 kataya. And we're just bringing all of that new frequency into your body. Shuya muturaya kaya muturaya kataraya 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 kataraya. Take a deep breath in. Hold to the top. Shuya maya haya 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 haya. Beautiful. And it's 11:44 on my end, so end of a cycle. So let me know how you're feeling in the chat. That was fun. I honestly could have kept tapping. I was like, I could tap for 30 minutes, y'all. Are we gonna do this for 30 minutes? But let me know how you're feeling after just that very simple tapping. Beautiful tapping. Thank you. I received that. Yeah. So we did a mix of the beautiful thing is that said I love that. Oh my God. Yes, that made me so happy. And you can always come back to it because I'm going to save it. But the beautiful thing is with the tapping that I did today, since I speak light language, as I was saying the English, I was also transmuting the frequency of light. So it was encoding every single ounce of you throughout the whole process, which was so juicy. And that's just why when I call forward people for the Light Language Academy, I'm like, it doesn't matter if you're EFT, meditation, yoga, business, manifestation, light language, and quantum healing infused for your community is a fucking game changer. It's even infusing it for myself as a game changer. I felt the back of my heart open wide. Yes. So good. Feel so much lighter, peaceful. Thanks. Yes. Yes. That was so much fun. Yes. Oh. And that was random. I did not have that scheduled today, y'all. I was like, we're gonna come here, we're gonna do a nervous system activation, we're gonna take some beautiful questions, hang out with the crew, and then we're all gonna go about our way. But hey, you know what? The universe provides, and all I am is an open vessel to help my beautiful the souls here and watching the replay, transform. So if you want to get really wild, I don't exactly know. We got on at 11. So I want to say we probably started at around like maybe like 40 minutes in. So you can always come back and scroll to the 40 minutes and just do the tapping. Um, I think it's so powerful. It'll be really powerful to do. I can try to do it, cut it, because I'm recording it on my computer as well. So maybe I can try to cut it and put it on my podcast because I think that would be phenomenal too. So I'll try to figure that out. My loves, I love you. I love you. I love you. I'm glad you're feeling good. I think that was just phenomenal. I have been, you know, infusing EFT tapping as well as my nervous system was on fire the past 4 days. Was better. Yes, 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 yes. And this is the thing. And pay attention to the mentors that you are co-creating with, even if you're just, coming to lives. There are some people that will trigger your nervous system. And I started to realize that. And I was like, I have one mentor that is so like she's so in her divine masculine. Oh, sorry, she's so in her. Well, no, I have a couple mentors. One is really in her divine masculine. One is really in her divine feminine. So when I was, in that space of healing my nervous system and my divine feminine, I noticed that I wanted to listen to the other beautiful soul, and they're both money mentors. But I noticed that when I would listen to her, my whole body would just like and I would know when I listened to her, my whole body was like, oh, I love her work. Oh my God, I swear by it. But like in that moment, your girl needed the chill. So just pay attention to what season you are in. And when you're co creating with mentors, any content online, make sure that it's supporting you. Because sometimes you can sit with a mentor and there's nothing wrong with riling you up because I do feel our code should be soul penetrating and you should walk away being able to think about something and wanting to experience something new, right? But also just pay attention to what's going to support me in this moment. These solar storms. Okay, so also I have some new beautiful souls. I have about 12 minutes left for this beautiful live. So if you have any questions for your own personal journey and you would like them answered, drop them in the chat right now. I'm like, hold on, because I'm also recording on my computer, and my computer is literally about to die. So I'm like, I need to plug this bad boy in. Um, okay. So yes, if you have any questions for your own personal journey, ask away right here, right now. Let me plug this in so I can get this up on YouTube and podcast as well. Yes, we are charging. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, we're charging. Okay, perfect. I know I'm here to help heal and shift the collective. Exactly. And I honestly, you know what? When you are ingrained in that, life just gets easier because it's not just for you. And this is a big thing. So many people get caught in their own story. Oh, my business isn't successful. Oh, my life isn't successful. And it's like, okay. So remember, let's take a step back. I'm a soul here on earth. I came to grow for myself as for the collective. So right now, what path would I choose that would support both? Right. And it's not like you have to focus on the collective when you're just beginning your journey. But having that in your mind, especially when you're building a business, especially this is something that I want to say because when I first came into the industry, if you launched a group program and you didn't get 10 souls or 15 souls, it was like, oh, it's not a group program. But I'm like, actually, if you have 4 people in your program and that's a legendary. And you know why? Because there are 4 people that are ready to be supported by you. And that's fucking phenomenal. It's really coming to a point, and this is something I had to do on my healing, right? Um, and it's just being open. Like that's why with my light language retreats, they're very intimate. They're maxed out at 4 people, right? So if I have a light language retreat and there's 4 people, boom, amazing. If I have a light language retreat and there's one person, boom, fucking amazing. It is what it is. It's not a big deal. We stress over it. there's no point to stress over it. Just being in service and being in love, and you know, if you launch the group program and you have 5, 10 people, every single one of them is so unique and so genuine. And it's just holding that space for them, right? So just food for thought. What would be in my highest alignment for me to do to bring in that cash money? Come back to your soul truth. Your soul is ready to birth this new level of you. And this is, I'm gonna give this, I'm gonna say this for anyone. A lot of the people that hang around me here um, are really high level quantum healers and light language facilitators. This life is your choice. If you don't desire those timelines, then it's actively making that connection with the universe, because the universe is always going to try to bring you to them, right? So if you're, because this is what can happen. You could be working a job where you're not making enough money so that you can come into your infinite truth and know you're here to do something else. That's how a lot of things happen. If you're not desiring to go on your soul path right now, then you can say, "Hey, universe, I'm not fully ready to go on my soul path, but I do desire to make a lot of money, and I absolutely love what I'm doing right now. So I would really like to direct my soul money here." So start calling in your soul level money to your current career, your current, job, whatever it is. Start asking it, because it just feels like you're kind of being squeezed in that pattern to redirect you to your infinite soul truth, which can feel a little sticky sometimes when if you're not ready to go there. And I'm not saying you're not ready to go there, but if that is the option that you're kind of in right now, that's what it feels like. So I would just start asking the universe and showing the universe that, you know what, in this lifetime, right now, this is where I would like to make my money, right? So I know that you do um, beautiful artworks and things of that sort. So if that's where you want to make your money, then start really claiming that timeline with the universe and doing the manifestation work for it. And it doesn't have to be obsessive, but it's really just setting this new identity. The new identity is, I make so much money through this. I love sharing my work with blah, blah, blah. I love being able to do this. Make it really clear with the universe how to support you. That's what I would say. And that's what comes up for you personally. And I love you. What can I do to elevate daily on my journey and start speaking light language? Well, I'm like, start speaking light language. Just practicing. If you already have the prayer and the script for light language, it's just starting to practice. If you are ready to dive into a container, obviously, um, I have my Light Language Academy. There are so many beautiful light language mentors that I can also recommend to you as well. My other beautiful friend, Emily Burns, has like kind of like a startup light language collective. That's kind of like the beginning of your light language, just to get around it more, just to start speaking it more. So if you want her information, just send me a DM and I can send you hers. My light language collective, and I'm saying this is because my light language collective is like, it's the all in. It's the all in effect. When you're like, Melissa, I am ready to go all in with light language, quantum healing, building my spiritual business. Sometimes we're not there energetically. You're in between it right now. So you could choose either way. But that's another option. If you've looked at my Light Language Academy and you want to see someone else's collective that feels like more supportive in maybe where you are right now. Because I've had people that I've literally said to Emily, I'm like, go hang out with Emily. And then they've come into my light language collective for the next chapter. And then I've also had people that are like, I'm going to wait, I'm going to grow, I'm going to evolve, and then I'm going to come in. So I would say when it comes to light language, if you feel out of sorts by yourself, hire a mentor to help you. I learned with a mentor. I didn't learn by myself. After I learned with a mentor, I had another mentor and I had another mentor to help me really anchor into who I am today. So it was very beneficial. I tried to read the books. I tried to watch the YouTube. I tried to do it myself because I was that person. I am that person. I'm all about to figure it out. But there were just parts of the journey that I didn't physically understand and I required mentorship. So if you feel like you're just kind of hitting a wall or a block, I would definitely start to seek some mentorship. I also do have my light language attunement sessions. So for example, if you're like, I'm not ready for the academy yet, but I need a real big boost in my light language, I have one-to-one attunement sessions as well that can help support you. But it just kind of feels like you just need a guide right now to help lead you deeper on your path. And then the next thing that I'll say is I always tell anyone that wants to actively speak light language, start meditating, 5 to 10 days, 5 to 10 days, 5 to 10 minutes a day for like 5 days, and just really set the intention. I'm ready for my light language to fully come on board. And that will help kind of clear any resistance out as well. Yeah, I love you. Let me know how that feels. Plus, you're helping everyone they connect with. Exactly. True, true. I just don't know where to start, I guess. And I need money for mentors like you. Well, one, what I would do for you is, mm, let me see. I would also tune into Emily. She's a she's a very gentle mentor. I feel like you would benefit from her, and it just feels like a gentler path. Her collective isn't as expansive as my academy as well on a financial investment level. Um, so she will teach you the basics of light language and how to get started. My academy is more of teaching you how to channel, she teaches you how to channel too, because fun fact is I taught her. So she was one of my students. She teaches you how to channel. I teach you how to channel. I teach you how to speak light language. I teach you how to quantum heal. I teach you how to do grid work. I teach you how to read soul blueprints. I teach you how to do business blueprints, money blueprints. I teach you how to build your business. You have access to my beautiful money portal. So my academy is kind of like the whole shebang, and her beautiful collective is more of like, I'm just getting started with light language. I want to be around it. I want to get to know it. And that's why I think it's so beautiful. And this is why I always say, when you come into the light language academy and you feel like you want to birth some type of collective for people to grow with light language, please do it, because we need more. I know that I am not everyone's mentor, and that's okay. Um, so, I have other people that have just graduated the Light Language Academy that are working on building their mentorship with light language, and that brings me so much joy. Like, it brings me so much joy because one, I don't want to do it all. I don't want to do it all. And also, I'm just so excited for like 1, 2, 3 years down the line. Like Australia is rocking with light language. But 1, 2, 3 years down the line, when people are like, oh, I'm going to go get my tea and I'm going to go have a light language session, because light language is so phenomenal. Like it's so transforming, it's so healing, it's so immaculate, it's so like literally helps you birth a higher version of you. And that's why I lead this path. This is why I lead this movement to bring other beautiful light language souls online. So yeah, I would say if this is a path that you want to take, I would definitely check out Sweet Emily Merge too. She's amazing. I love her. How could I get better clarity on what I should be offering in my new business? Oh, I love this. So one, I offer soul blueprint sessions. That is it. If you want someone to support you, I would love to support you in that. And then the next way is having soul talks. So taking your journal out and going, hey soul, I'm ready to expand my business. What would you like to offer? I know you did one of my attunement sessions already. I did. So when it comes to light language, it's consistent. It's a consistent thing. So a lot of my academy clients, I have some people that come on in 1 month. I have some people that come on in 2 weeks. I have some people that come on in 2 months. It's the consistent work. And also, if there's any resistance in your life around light language, that can be actually holding you back from your path. So when you come into a collective or come into attunement sessions, um, so the attunement session is an activation and expansion. So even if you've already started light language, we see where you are, and then we'll take you to the next level. Or if you're ready to start light language, we activate you, which I already know you've had a session with me. So the another attunement session could just help you expand to your next level in that space. Um, Yes. How could I get better? Yes. If you have a question, I have like 2 more minutes. If you have a question, drop it in. How can I get better clarity on what I should be offering in my new business? I want to give you another answer. That's why I want to read it again. So one, definitely my soul blueprint readings are amazing. I brought a beautiful soul clarity the other day. She was launching a program and she was just not lit up at all. And I'm like, you have a program that's already ready that would be so good that you would be so lit up about. And she was like, yeah, you're right. So sometimes it's just a redirection. So the next answer is tuning into what excites you. Sometimes, like when I first started my business, I just kind of looked around at what other people were offering and I just created my offers from that. And sometimes they weren't always fun. Now I know what I like to do, and that's what I do. I know what I like to do, and that's what I do. So tune in with your soul. I love offering light language. I love talking about money. I love doing quantum healing. So I know it's going to be something of that. I love speaking in front of beautiful audiences. I know it's going to be something like that. Really tune into what lights you up. There's no point for us to come to earth and create a business where we're not lit up. There's no point for us to sit with clients where we're not lit up because it's not helping us, it's not helping them. You want to offer something, and this is something that I said to her as well. I'm like, you're offering this program, but are you lit up about it? um are you going to be lit up with these clients, right? And it was just like, oh, not really, right? So it's like, well, let's offer programs and services that we're lit up about, that we're so excited to get on the phone calls with these beautiful souls. Like yesterday when I was getting on my one-to-one calls, I the energy I had was literally like, I was just so excited because I knew that they were going to have some truly amazing shifts, and they did. They had some profound fucking shifts, right? So, and it's also, when you offer something that you're lit up about, you have this confidence that comes through. I only want people to have the best experience with my sessions. So I really hold the space for them. And I trust that being a vessel of light and love and abundance and God, source, universe, of all there is, they're going to have the best sessions. Thank you for answering. This is very helpful for me. Yes. So yeah. Yes, my one rule is it has to be fun. There's no point. Like we have so much, like, okay, we're living in the human experience. We're dealing with our bodies. We're dealing with spiritual upgrades. We're dealing with finding ourselves, coming back to our truth. Like, come on. There has to be parts of our life where it just gets to be easy. So let business be easy. Like yesterday, if some of you watched, I did a beautiful live with Danny Lent because he just created a beautiful tap affirmation deck, which is all about EFT tapping, and it was so much fun. And I literally messaged him and I was like, thank you for the sparkly like live that we did together. And I was just like playing QVC. I was like, if you would like to purchase this deck, it's $44 and you can get it if you're out of Australia, you have to pay shipping, whatever. But it was fun. And it was just fun because, sometimes when people sell things, it's like you get into this frequency that's like, I cannot offer you, I cannot tell you what I offer. I'm like, no, I have one-to-one calls, I have my light language academy, I have my light language tree, I have my light language summit. What do you want? I got you. I'll hook you up. I have my money embodiment, right? Selling is a service of the soul. That's what I'm saying now. Selling is a service of the soul. So sell, have fun, show people how you can help them, rise, grow, and evolve. I can't wait for my one-to-one with you. I can't either. I'll be very excited to support you, my beautiful soul. She's a high vibrational light language queen. Um, and it's funny because one of my recent sessions that I had, I met this girl randomly and I just fucking loved her. And I was like, I don't know why I love you, but you're just so amazing. And then she ended up booking like a kind of like a soul blueprint healing session with me. And then I was reading her blueprints and I was like, oh, you are a master light language and channel and quantum healer. That's why I fucking liked you. So, when I meet people, I don't just go tap into their soul blueprint. But when you book a call with me, you give me access to tap into who you are and what you're going to be. But I just knew, I felt the energy. I just felt this amazing energy from her. And I just felt really connected and bonded with her. So it only made sense. It only made sense that we have very unique, similar soul signatures. So a lot of times, what I'll say is, if you find me here, you can find me for multiple reasons. One, you can find me because it's time to elevate your abundance. and you're ready to go on that pathway of ascension, or you're here to go on the pathway of activating your channel, you know, activating your light language, activating your quantum healing. And also, if you want to start channeling, I have another program that's called Awaken Your Divine Channel that is just about channeling. It teaches you how to channel as a high vibrational soul of light, teaches you how to channel angels and Octurians and your star family and Sophia Christ consciousness and just beautiful divine beings of light. If that feels like your path, then I have that too. I have a lot, y'all. I have been in this business since 2020. So my business is here to serve the collective. So that's the question. Whenever I create master classes or I create programs, it's how can I serve the collective? I'm not serving myself. Y'all, I know how to channel. I know how to speak light language. I know how to quantum heal. I know it all, right? I'm serving the collective. So it's important to remember that your services are for the collective. So if you're not sharing them with the collective, then what are you doing? Share your services. Something that came through the other day was I was just kind of with my team chatting, and it was like a lot of people don't understand that they came here to guide. They came here to wake people up. They came here to show people a new path of their soul truth. And I feel like if more mentors and guides knew that, their businesses would be so much easier because it's coming back to that same notion that I was talking to earlier. We're here to serve the collective and guide the collective as we live the most amazing, abundant, juicy, delicious life, of course. So if you needed to hear that today, I want to offer you that today because it's so important for business owners to be so unapologetic about their services. We're not, stuffing our services down people's throats. We're giving people the opportunity to rise, to grow, to evolve, to meet a new chapter of themselves. Like, I'm so fucking grateful for every single mentor that came in front of me, for every single mentor that challenged me and challenged my wallet. Like, till this day, I know that I am at a higher income bracket because of one of my mentors, because she was so unapologetic about her fucking prices. And that is why I raised my flow of money so much, is because I had a dream of working with her, right? So that's something that I would say, whatever price you're charging, don't feel bad about it. Whatever price you're charging is either going to invite someone to grow with their money, or they're going to choose to not grow. And that's not on you. So the way that I charge, my one-to-one services are between like $155 to $300. With the one-to-one calls, my academy is 6,000 at this point. The Awaken Your Channel is about $800. My money embodiment is about 500 or 1,000. I'm not sure where it is right now, but it's just money. It's just money. And I know even saying that, it's like, Melissa, it's not just money, but it is money. It's just money because when we look at our quantum field, and if you listen to Abraham Hicks, you know that we have so much money that we can access every single day, right? And we're coming back. So let's do that. Let's have a little money activation for the beautiful souls that are here. Throw a 333 in the chat if you would like a money activation today. This is just getting real spicy. If you would like a money activation today, throw a 333 in the chat. Let me know if you want to feel a little light language money activation just to get your flow of abundance moving and grooving. Oh, okay. Okay. I guess there are people here that like money. Okay, I'm here for it. Let's do it. So close your eyes. Obviously, if you're driving, do not close your eyes. If you're driving, just stay awake, stay here, stay present. But if you're not driving, take a moment to close your eyes. Take a moment to come back to your heart. And I invite you to literally see yourself sitting in your heart, bringing your inner child in your heart with you. I like to sit crisscross applesauce in my heart with my inner child. I usually put her on my lap. And I'm just going to speak a prayer over us first. Thank you. 888. Yes, let's go. Divine God, Source, Universe of all there is. Today, with this beautiful collective, I invite you to shower the collective with codes of abundance and wealth and money and prosperity. I invite you to help them remember who the fuck they are on a financial level. I invite you to help them receive at such a high capacity today across all time and space. I just invite you to feel that prayer. Drop a one in the chat if you feel that prayer. And my God, source, universe of all there is, I invite you to help these beautiful souls within this entire collective that we live in to purge the resistance around money, to purge the fear around money, help them release, please, and thank you right here, right now. Beautiful. I love it. Good. Divine God, source, universe of all there is, today, the beautiful souls here and watching the replay, I invite you to help them activate a new level and chapter of their abundance across all time and space. I invite you to help them remember who the fuck they are on a financial level with ease and grace. And I invite you to help shift their timelines and help open them up to access new portals of money, new portals of wealth, new portals of prosperity, and more clarity around money. I really invite in the clarity around money. God, I invite you to help them with this source, universe of all there is. And nextly, I invite you to flow a beautiful transmission through me to help the collective rise at the highest capacity around wealth, prosperity, money, and abundance. I invite you to bring such a high vibrational transmission through me today, God, source, universe of all there is, that everyone can easily access new chapters of their wealth and abundance and prosperity and money magic here and now. I will wait for this beautiful channel from you, God, source, universe of all there is. I am ready when you are ready. Suayanaya kayanaya haya haya. Shuyaya haya 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 haya. Taking a deep breath in here. Shuyaya haya haya haya. Shuyaya haya haya haya. Shuyaya haya haya haya. Shoo, yeah, 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 hi, yeah, 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 hi, yeah, yeah. Infusing every single beautiful soul here and watching the replay with the highest form of light, love, and abundance. Shoo, yeah, yeah, hi, yeah, 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 hi, yeah, hi, yeah. Allowing this beautiful transmission to pop, cleanse, clear, and purify any density within their field around money right here, right now. Shoo, yeah, 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 hi, yeah, 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 hi, yeah, hi, yeah. Taking a moment to thank this beautiful transmission to elevating every single one of us here now watching the replay. And now I invite you to bring something into your mind's eye. Maybe it's a number that you would love to receive this week. Bring that amount of money into your conscious mind. So you could say, so earlier we did an example of $5,000. So you could say, dear divine conscious subconscious mind, this week I fully call in $5,000 and always something better to receive, hold, and have. Now, whatever number you're calling in, I first want you to see it in your crown chakra. Drop that number in your crown chakra. And now drop it in your third eye. Drop it in your throat chakra. Drop it in your heart. Drop it in your solar plex. Drop it in your sacral. Drop it in your root chakra. And drop it in your womb space, which is just your legs. From with women, our womb space goes from our hips all the way down to our feet. For men, the womb space goes just kind of more hip area. And now we're just going to take some 5 deep breaths into that number. We're just going to bring some safety around it for our nervous system. So whatever number it is, for example, I am now safe to receive $5,000 this week. That's what you're going to say. I am now safe to receive $5,000 this week. Take another deep breath in. Let it out. I am now safe to receive $5,000 this week. And pay attention to your tone because you might want to slow down. Take another deep breath in. Let it out. I am now safe to receive $5,000 this week because you're getting your nervous system ready to receive it. Take another deep breath in. Let it go. I am now safe to receive $5,000 this week. And I'll take the last breath and hold it at the top. Sharia kotraya drashi kiamutraya kotraya kotrakaya kotraya kotrashia kiatra kaishi. Down. Let it go. I am now safe to receive $5,000. Beautiful. Just grounding and anchoring into that. Inviting God, Source, Universe, of all there is to clear away any resistance that these beautiful souls here and watching the replay are starting to feel. Purify, cleanse, clear. Thank you across all time and space. And you might start to feel like, I actually want to call in more money. So maybe you're like, I am now safe to receive $10,000 this week. Maybe $5,000 feels too small for you. Go to that next level. So for examples, if anyone shifted to 10,000, I am now safe to receive $10,000 this week. Maybe something is going, oh, I am now safe to receive $20,000 this week. Because what you're doing, we have this frequency around you that's helping you regulate your nervous system to feel safer with money. When you co-create with the frequency of money and abundance and wealth and prosperity, it helps your whole being feel more safe to actually open up to receive it. So that's why you might be going, oh my God, I actually feel like I can receive more this week. Beautiful. Hello, my loves. Welcome. We're just doing a little money activation. How are we feeling? What came up for you with that? Come back, open your eyes. How are you feeling with that, loves? And it's so important to regulate the nervous system with money because if you don't feel safe to receive, then you're just holding yourself away from it. If you don't feel safe to have the job you desire, if you don't feel safe to call the love, if you don't feel safe to hold, $100,000 in your bank account, if you don't feel safe to create the successful business, taking time to regulate your nervous system is profound. And if you are desiring a nervous system regulation by one-to-one, light language spinal sessions are all about nervous system regulation and expansion. And then if you want to get deeper connected to money and nervous system, my money embodiment program is great for the nervous system with money. I'm gonna buy a lotto ticket. Oh yes, we love this. Excitement around receiving it, even though I have no idea where it will come. And we don't need to know. That is one thing you don't need to know. I always say I receive money in expected and unexpected ways because God knows. God knows. Universe knows. I don't need to know. I don't need to rack my brain, right? I don't need to rack my brain at all. It's just coming back to trust. Just bringing this vibration of trust. And opening up your conscious mind, subconscious mind to receiving in expected and unexpected ways and believing that it's possible. You're so welcome, my loves. Take one more deep breath in. Shoo. Placing your hand over your heart. Shoo, ya, 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 ya. Shoo, ya, 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 ya. Shoo. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, I think we're good. I think we're complete. I think we're complete, my love. So yes, if you're feeling called to do any expansion, if you feel like you need your own personal expansion and you're not quite sure where to start, just send me a DM and I can guide you to what program or service would be beneficial for you to attack and hang out in. I also offer, they're not on my website yet, but I also offer combo oil sprays as well as oils, which are here to support your every single day. Um, when you buy them, they're coded to your own essence. So if you want to work a lot on abundance and money, I'll code the spray and the oil for abundance and money. And how you do it is you use it every single day. You spray it on you, and every time you spray it, it helps raise your vibration around money and abundance. And just like what you experienced today in this live, that is exactly what the spray and the oil does. So if you're interested in that spray just to support you daily, even if you're not working on money, say you're working on your soul growth, or you're working on light language, we can code it for that as well. But obviously, because I'm an abundance queen, I'm still going to code the spray with abundance because everyone deserves more abundance, but we can put that extra layer on as well. So if you're interested in that, it's not on my website. Just send me a DM. The price for the combo is $11.11. That's the price for the combo, and I can send you the link to buy the spray. And I custom make sprays for myself. Whenever people come to the light language retreat, they always get custom sprays as well, and they're really helpful because sometimes we live in the collective, and just having that boost of like raising your vibration or putting the oil on, it's been really beneficial in my journey. And I started using sprays and oils probably 2, 3 years ago. Um, and they're just a game changer. Like when I was in Bali, if any of you've been to Bali before, you know Bali is a beast in its own. Bali will bring you so many upgrades, but it's so important to stabilize yourself and ground. There was a point when I was in Bali that I physically had to go buy an oil because I was so ungrounded. So I still have the oil with me that I still use, but I just put it on and I instantly felt grounded. I instantly felt more peaceful. So what I did is I took the oil and I coated it myself, of course. So the oils supporting me with abundance and wealth and prosperity and grounding and helping me access a new higher multidimensional version of myself. Bali is so magical. Yes. Also, if you do want to join me the light language retreat in Bali, the last day to sign up for the payment plan is May 20th. So that is in about 5 days. And the last day to sign up for the pay in full is May 31st. So I'm excited for the beautiful souls that will be in Bali. And you'll all be getting your own personal sprays as well if you're coming to the retreat. And that's it. I love you. If you have any questions after this is over, just feel free to DM me. If you're ever like, oh my God, Melissa, I listened to your live and now something's clicking and I have a question, feel free to just send me a message. I love you. I adore you. It's literally 12:22 on my end in California. Have a beautiful day. If you I'm going to say, when you receive some money magic or money expansion, or your mind just opens up to a new access of money, send me a DM. Let's celebrate together. This was such a generous session. Oh, I am so happy. Honestly, it's fun for me. I always say this, y'all. Like, you know, if I didn't have a collective or a community to co-create with, that would be really sad for me. If I didn't have clients, that would be really sad for me because I would have nowhere to offer my soul gifts. So you coming to the live, hanging out with me, watching the replay, commenting, liking my posts, like it is so soul gratifying because I know that there are people out there receiving and growing and evolving just by me existing. And for a soul led entrepreneur, like it doesn't get better than that. So just as you're saying, you're generous, I appreciate you for taking the time to grow because a lot of people, 80% of the collective is not doing this. They, they're not. So for you to be here, it shows who you are. It shows how dedicated you are to your growth. And that's fucking phenomenal. So just as, you know, thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for receiving the blessings of the universe and God's source today. And I'll just end this beautiful, session with a prayer. And I just say, God, source universe of all there is, I fully invite you to bless the whole entire collective with so many miracles. God, I invite you to bless the collective in ways that they are manifesting, in ways that they're trying to grow. I invite you to bless them in expected and unexpected ways. I invite you to infuse the collective today with more magic than you've ever infused the collective, with more light, with more love, with more abundance, God. I believe by simply asking you, you're already doing. It gets to be that simple, my loves. I pray for the collective. I even when I see people on the side of the road, and I invite you to pray for the collective too. They're like, ask them, pray for the collective. Don't just pray for yourself, pray for the collective. It's important to know that if we have a million people out here elevating their abundance, and we do, obviously, we have a million people out here elevating their abundance, tapping into their soul growth. That makes it easier for the collective. If we have 5 million people out here elevating their abundance, tapping into their soul growth, it makes it easier for the collective, right? So then the collective isn't waking up all groggy and just annoyed and frustrated. No, we're waking up with excitement. I live in my own grids. I create my own grids, and I teach my Light Language Academy and channels to live in your own grid because you can do that. But whenever I did live in the corrective grid, it was rough and tough. It was fucking rough and tough. Ever since I was a kid, if I see an accident on the road, I send a little. I do too. I always say, I'm like, soul signature, y'all. I'm like, I see them. I'm like, many blessings to you. Many blessings to you. Many blessings to you. Many blessings. Because it's just nice. It doesn't matter. Like taking a second out to bless someone else, it does not ever like it's nothing. But at the same time, it's everything, right? So, having this beautiful hour and a half expansion with you, it was so fun for my soul. And I know it's everything to every one of you that watch it and receive it. And you get to live a higher vibrational day today. And like, I know that I don't take this as much as I could, and I should. But it brings me great gratitude to know that I am helping people live a better life, right? So beautiful. I love all of you. And I know if you listen to my podcast, I know I always say this. This is the last thing I'm going to say. I was listening to someone the other day, and they were talking about love. And it connected to me so deeply because when I'm out and about, even if I just meet someone, I'm like, oh my God, I love you. And I know it might feel weird to people, right? How do you love me? You don't even know me. But I'm like, I love you because you're a beautiful soul on this earth and you deserve everything. And we're doing earth together. So I love you, right? Literally. That's who I am. I am just a bundle of love. And I remember there was one point where I was going on my ascension with love. I had this question and I was like, can I really just walk around in this much love? Is this okay? Are people going to think I'm weird? I had these questions, these crazy false illusion questions. But in all reality, this is who I am. I'm here to be a bundle of love. So I am going to give love wherever I can. And if someone doesn't receive it, that's not on me, right? Because I love people and I love when people make my day easier. Like something happened the other day and it was just so nice. I was out and about. It benefited me. So I said, "Oh my God, thank you. I love you so much. Thank you. I love you." Oh, I was at Target and I could tell the guy was like, this chick is wild. She's crazy. But I was like, "Thank you. I love you. Have the best day ever. Have the best month ever." I was like, I'm just gonna be me, right? Um, I love that you're here to be loved, right? We're all here to be loved. And when we can find that essence inside of us, and sometimes it's really hard to find. But when we find it, hold on to it and never judge yourself for speaking your truth, holding that vibration. Because I remember those days when I was just having a shitty day and I was walking the streets and one person smiled at me and I was like, it lit my whole freaking life up. We need more of that in the world. More smiles, more laughter, more giggles, more interaction, even if it's just for 5 seconds or a minute, 5 minutes, whatever it is. Like, we're all beautiful souls here trying to achieve something on a soul level and on a human level. And it's just really respecting that with so much grace and honoring people where they are. And, earlier when we were talking about losing your job and losing parts of your life that are releasing, it's even loving on that. Like, I love you, I release you. Old partners, I love you, I release you. Right? I love you. And that's the last thing I'm gonna say. Okay, so I'm gonna save this if you want to come back. It will be on YouTube and my podcast at some certain point this week. I will be back on Friday at a certain time. I'll be back on Friday for Wake Up with Light Language. So if you are available, just if you're on my email list, just pay attention. If you're not on my email list and you want to be on my email list, send me your email. And if you, because sometimes I'll give my email list discounts without giving my other the collective discounts. So I do add some discounts to my email as well, just for being there and hanging out with me and receiving all the magic that I channel through. And what else did I want to say? Yes, if I can support you in any way, feel free to check the bio link and let me support you. There's one more thing that I wanted to say. I'm like, Spirit, remind me. Oh, thank you. Okay, last thing. For those of you that feel really exhausted and tired right now, a lot of us are going through these freaking crazy, phenomenal light language upgrades. So just bear with yourself, patient, take time to meditate, get out with Mother Earth. The other day, I literally just went and laid on the grass in the park. Take time for yourself, nourish yourself. It will pass. Okay. So I love you. I will be back on Friday for Wake Up with Light Language. And last thing, how are we feeling in the chat? How are we feeling? It's obviously it's 12 afternoon for me. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. I want to see it. I want to see. I want you to claim this new feeling. I want you to claim this new vibration. I want you to claim it. How are you feeling? Let it go. Let it go. How are you feeling? Let's see it. Okay, the hearts are telling me you're feeling good. You're feeling good, feeling good. Okay, good. Feeling good. And then continuously claim that. Come back to that. Stoked. Ah, yes, I love that. Like the other day, I know I told you, see, I told you I was gonna say last thing, and now I'm over here. Last thing. I I meditated the other day and I got into such the juiciest meditation frequency that now I can tap back into it, right? So pay attention. When you get into a juicy frequency, you can always tap it back into it. Ask your body to remember it. So ask your body to remember how you're feeling right now. So maybe in 2, 3 days, you're like, oh, let me tap back into that beautiful feeling that I had in the life. Our bodies are geniuses. Our minds are geniuses, right? South Africa, I feel like my day just started. Oh, okay. Well, that's beautiful. So you actually did wake up with light language. Oh, but it's PM. Just kidding. Well, you'll sleep well. Feeling good, tired, but upgrading, amazing, confident. I love. Please, y'all send me. I know some of you. Some of you I'm familiar with your names. If I have not met you before, please send me a DM and introduce yourself. Tell me what you do. Tell me your business. Tell me your career. I want to know you because I used to do lives all the time when I first started my business. So people would be like, "Oh, Melissa, it's me." I'm like, I know your profile picture. I know who you are, honey. I know. So if we haven't had any like direct connection yet, send me a DM. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you live, because I want to get to know more of you. Okay. All right. I love you. And now I will leave. Bye, my loves. Have a beautiful day. I love you. I love you. I love you. Shoya kutra mutra kai. Shoo. Mwah. So it is.